Taking a flight from the mainland to the islands can be an adventure in and of itself, but we made it alive and landed safe, so I guess everyone was really happy. At our earliest chance, we hopped in the car and went seeking adventure. We went to check out the Spouting Horn, and much to our surprise, we saw a small army of chickens. The Spouting Horn is pretty cool though. Waves wash in under a shelf through caves and tunnels to create this amazing effect. It's a very cool sight, but it also makes a really funky sound. The coastline is really beautiful here, and it's worth checking out for that reason alone. Another short little drive took us to Brennecke Beach to watch green sea turtles playing in the surf. It seemed kind of unusual to see the turtles playing in such large waves. Green sea turtles are protected, and there are laws that protect them. But these turtles have really big waves to protect them. We took a nice stroll around the Plantation Gardens. This is a beautiful little garden. They have a variety of unique cactus, or is it cacti? Either way, you can see that these are very unique. They also have an incredible assortment of different orchids. And a nice little water garden. On our way back to our hotel, we saw this egret chasing a gecko or something. Maybe it was some kind of a Polynesian dance, but I've seen drunk people do that same thing. Okay, this does not count as adventure. Neither does this. Okay, that's more like it. Snorkeling is definitely adventure. Especially when you're fortunate enough to have a young monk seal swim up and park on the beach right next to you. Apparently he had some sand and salt water up his nose. Probably has something to do with the fact that he keeps putting his nose in the salt water and the sand. Speaking of the sand, it can actually get very, very hot in the middle of the day and late afternoon, so be sure to bring your flip-flops. Hot sand, ooh, hot, 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 hot sand, hot, 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 hot sand. I always enjoy observing the local wildlife. And even though these birds are known as night herons, I had the chance to watch them fish every day. These geckos were being very aggressive with each other, and it reminded me that I'm grateful that they're only a few inches long instead of the size of a bus. I thought that these red-billed ducks were really cool, and I was amazed at how gracefully this frigate flew. No, that wasn't a curse word, I said frigate. Exploring Wailua Falls is pretty easy. You just park your car and get out and look over the edge. It is a spectacular waterfall, and I guarantee you'll get to see more chickens and roosters. Kauai is also well known for having caves to explore. The larger of the caves is known as the Dry Cave. The other cave we explored was anything but dry. It had this really cool tunnel in the very back that seemed to go on forever. Speaking of tunnels, we drove through this really cool tunnel of trees that led us to the town of Koloa. This is a really neat, quirky little town. And it's not just an old town, it's the oldest town in all of the Hawaiian Islands. It was established in 1834, and I think it's safe to say some things have changed since then. Everywhere you look in Kauai, you see beauty. and it's pretty easy to get to some of the major tourist destinations. But don't forget to stop and look around on your way.
This is a maka'ana, which means gift. It is otherwise known as Bali High.
This was definitely one of my favorite places. And as beautiful as this appears, photography just can't do it justice. Even though we were surrounded with beauty, no hike through the jungle would be complete without chickens. If you get the chance, visit the Limahuli Gardens. The terrace is beautiful, but also it's great to learn about all of the native plants and the ones that were introduced. The spectacular view from the top of the hill is worth the visit alone. When I'm on vacation, I don't like to work hard, but I like to watch other people work hard. Just kidding. These chickens waited patiently for their coconut snack. In Kauai, chickens outnumber people about 20 to 1. We even saw chickens at Costco. We found a great place to hike on the north side. This winding rocky trail was full of ledges and switchbacks. We had incredible views on our way up the mountainside. And at the top, you could look to the north through the trees and mist and see the beginning of the Nepali coastline. After a long, hard day of adventuring and hiking, it felt really good to soak our tired feet in this cool mountain stream. No Kauai adventure would be complete without a drive up into Waimea Canyon. Waimea Canyon is referred to as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, even though this isn't quite the Colorado River. Waimea Canyon is spectacular. Just off the shore from our hotel, we saw these spinner dolphins feeding. We felt really lucky to see spinner dolphins feeding and playing in the water almost every day of our adventures in Kauai.